What's going on, everybody? It's etaprime back here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pretty awesome little HP gaming laptop powered by the all-new AMD Ryzen 5 5600H and backed by a GTX 1650. I've been trying to get my hands on a 5600H powered laptop for a little while now, and Micro Center was actually kind enough to send this over for review. They've recently added a new section to their website known as the Platinum Collection, and this laptop was the first one to go up. These are going to be pre-built gaming PCs and pre-built laptops ready to go, ready to ship out. And this specific laptop is priced at $699, and if we can get some good performance out of it, this might be well worth it due to the way PC part prices are right now. But like I mentioned, Micro Center was kind enough to send this over for review.
So this video is sponsored by Micro Center. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Micro Center, then you really should be if you're a tech enthusiast. They have real brick and mortar stores that you can walk in. You can test out the panels. If you need to buy an LCD, you can see the cases. You can put your hands on the product before you purchase it. They have stores in California, Colorado, Georgia, Illinois, Kansas, Massachusetts, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia. I've been planning on getting into one of the stores to do a full video from there, but in the last couple years, they've really gotten into the SBC makerboard market, which is something I'm really big into. I'm going to leave links to Micro Center's website so you can find the closest store, and you definitely need to get in there, especially if you're into tech.
So yeah, I'm super excited about testing this thing out. This one here has that 140 Hz IPS display at 1080p. Also comes with a 150 watt wall charger. And as for the specs for the CPU, we have that Ryzen 5 5600H, base clock of 3.3 GHz with a boost up to 4.4. We have the Nvidia GTX 1650 with 4 GB of GDDR6 RAM, plus we have Radeon 7 graphics built into the 5600H CPU. This base configuration comes with 8 GB of DDR4 running at 3200 MHz, but there are 2 slots in here. We'll take a look at the internals in a second. We also have a user upgradable 512 GB NVMe SSD, a 144 Hz 15.6 inch 1080p IPS display, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.0, and it comes pre-installed with Windows 10 Home. So real quick, I wanted to take a look at the upgradability, and it looks like we can add a 2.5 inch SSD. This is a dummy drive over here on the right hand side, but it comes with the cable, mounting hardware, and everything you need to get a 2.5 in here. This base configuration comes with 8 GB of RAM. It's a single 8 gig stick at 3200 MHz, but as you can see, we can add an extra, and I would highly recommend adding 16 GB to something like this. Plus, we have that user upgradable 512 GB NVMe SSD. So we definitely have a little bit of upgradability to this unit, and with these newer gaming laptops, I'm seeing a lot of soldered RAM. I'm actually glad they didn't do it with this. We have 2 DIMMs, so we can easily upgrade this all the way up to 64 GB. So now we're going to get right into some testing. I'm really interested to see how this 5600H paired up with this GTX 1650 performs. So here we are. As you can see, we have that Ryzen 5 5600H at 45 watts. I haven't even messed around with the TDP on this. It's just performing really well. This thing is actually really fast for what it is. We have that GTX 1650, 4 GB of GDDR6, and if you did want to swap out for those built-in Radeon 7 graphics, you could do that. I've got it set up to automatically use that GTX 1650, but for light tasks, you could use this Radeon 7. It's clocked at 1800 MHz. So the first thing I always like to do is run some benchmarks, and first up we have Geekbench 5 with a single core of 1312, multi 5061. Next on the list, Cinebench R23 with a total multi-core score of 9157. So far, the CPU benchmarks are looking pretty good, but remember, we got those 6 cores and 12 threads here, so it definitely helps out with the multi-core performance. Now it's time to move over to some GPU benchmarks with 3D Mark. First up, Night Raid with a 28,697. Firestrike came in with an 8,892. And finally, Time Spy with a 3,726. So yeah, these benchmarks are actually looking really good for a budget laptop, but it's really time to see how this thing performs in real-world gaming. And since my voice is almost gone, I'm just going to let this play out. I got about 9 games to test, 20 to 25 seconds. All the information you need to know is on screen.
Keep that up. I'll crack your skull. Sword, sheath it. Sheathe your sword. You're not
So when it comes to CPU temps, it actually did a really good job. It's a gaming laptop, so yeah, this is going to get a little bit loud when those fans are at full blast. You can definitely hear them, but it does a great job at keeping this thing nice and cool. At idle, we average 40 degrees Celsius. On average, 1080p gaming, 72 degrees Celsius, and in a Cinebench R23 10-minute test, we only hit 85 degrees. So yeah, I definitely think this is a solid gaming laptop. I'm a big fan of this 5600H. There's a few more things that I could actually do with this, like up to TDP using a third-party application and get a bit more CPU performance out of it. We could also overclock the GTX 1650 on the core and the memory. Plus, remember, this only has 8 gigabytes of RAM running in single channel, and dual channel will definitely help out. So if you're interested in seeing a video with those modifications to this laptop, just let me know in the comments below. So like I mentioned, Micro Center sent this over for review, and right now they're running a promotion over on their website. You can head to the link in the description. If you're interested in picking up a free set of wireless Bluetooth headphones, just throw your email in. It'll give you a coupon, and you can redeem it in store. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Really appreciate you watching. If there's anything else you want to see running on this thing, just let me know in the comments below. It definitely would have been nice to see this 5600H paired with a 3060, but those laptops are going anywhere from $1,000 to $1,300. And this one here with the GTX 1650, which is perfectly capable of 1080p gaming, is sitting at $699. So if you're interested in picking one of these up, I will leave a link in the description. But that's it for this one. And like always, thanks for watching.